Sophie Cunningham gets real about Caitlin Clark's Fever shooting regression. The Indiana Fever are facing the Las Vegas Aces in Game 2 of their WNBA semifinals series on September 23rd. Indiana produced a relatively easy win on the road against the Aces in Game 1 on Sunday, which means the pressure is on Las Vegas to even the series before it heads to Indianapolis for the next two contests. What Indiana has accomplished in this postseason is even more staggering considering the injuries they've dealt with. The most notable of these is superstar guard Caitlin Clark, who is out with a groin and an ankle injury, and has dealt with several soft tissue injuries, which limited her to 13 games this season, and Sophie Cunningham, who suffered a torn MCL during an August 17th game that required surgery. It would be fascinating to see what the Fever would look like right now if Clark and Cunningham were healthy and firing on all cylinders. And even when she was healthy enough to play, Clark didn't have the season many expected in terms of offensive production. Sophie Cunningham speaks on Caitlin Clark's off-year shooting. Clark averaged 16.5 points per game compared to 19.2 points per game as a rookie, shot 36.7% from the field, 41.7% as a rookie, and 27.9% from three-point range, 34.4% as a rookie. There was also a stretch of 3 games where Clark was 1 of 23 from three-point range, and she was 4 of 21 from behind the arc in her final 3 games before getting injured. She also made a total of 2 three-pointers during away games she played in 5 total road contests this year. Sophie Cunningham was the guest on a September 23rd episode of The Young Man and the 3 podcast, and addressed Clark's shooting struggles during this 2025 season at one point. "I know when she was playing she was coming back from injury too. She had kind of an off-year shooting when she was able to play," Cunningham said of Clark. "And I think that's normal. You're never just always going to be up here holding her hand above her head, you know what I mean. But when Clark was locked in, it was so fun to watch her play. Because she was 4 steps ahead of everyone else," she added. Cunningham is correct in saying that every player goes through shooting slumps, and Clark is no exception. It will be fun for fans to see how Clark gets back on track both with her health and with her shooting in the 2026 season.